Hello, my name is Martin Gross and I'm the founder and CEO of Skylit Medical, a revolutionary way to treat psoriasis and eczema. I myself am a psoriasis patient and an MBA from UC San Diego and spent previous years at a marketplace website here in Southern California. Dr. Remo Mumiaye is a Yale-trained physician and my co-founder who leads our medical affairs strategy. Andre Gamlin, our lead engineer and vice president of R&D, spent his career at Massimo and CareFusion, bringing optical, hardware, and software innovations to the market before coming to Skylit. Kathy Scott, our CFO, has over 20 years of experience in finance and accounting, most notably as partner and CFO at RA Capital Advisors. And our board is led by David F. Hale, the most prominent pillar of the biotech community in San Diego.
I started my career in pharmaceutical industry with Johnson & Johnson in the early 70s, and eventually became my first exposure to dermatology was running the dermatology division of J&J. After that, I became a serial entrepreneur and was involved in starting a number of companies. I today serve as chairman of Skylit, as well as other companies in dermatology and other businesses. And I'm also an investor in Skylit. I believe this technology has very significant capability to treat psoriasis and to allow us to build a very significant company based on the technology.
We've also built a strong team of advisors, including Dr. Richard Gallo, the head of dermatology at UC San Diego, and Dr. Jeff Bonavio, a dermatologist and head of physician innovation at Kaiser Permanente. We also benefit from Jonathan Spangler, chief patent counsel at NuVasive, who serves as our IP advisor. All of us at Skylit want to change the industry. I started Skylit because I'm a patient who has a skin disorder caused by the immune system. These skin conditions generally appear as inflamed hotspots in the skin, creating itching, scaling that can grow beyond a cosmetic issue and really affect patient quality of life. There are over 30 million patients in the US who have chronic eczema, 7 million who have psoriasis, and about 3 million patients in the US who have vitiligo, which is the depigmentation of the skin. Because these are chronic diseases with no cure, and these conditions affect quality of life, there's considerable market spend. Almost $3 billion spent by patients on topical steroids, $500 million on photomedicine, and over $32 billion a year is spent on biologics in the US alone, making them the second costliest class of drugs in the United States. But take a closer look at these treatments, which act as step therapy for patients. Look at this from any perspective, patient, payer, or physician, and you can see the problem. The first step for patients includes the use of topical steroids that change the local cellular genetic expression. This results quite often in tolerance development as patients move to stronger and stronger steroids until all options are exhausted. The next treatment step is Uvb therapy. This treatment has been cleared by the FDA since 1988. Exposure to UVB light gently downregulates the immune system at point of contact with the skin, inhibiting IL-10 and suppressing the hyperproliferation of keratinocytes. The problem is most patients are treated in a light therapy booth 2 to 3 times a week during work hours. As difficult as this is for patients, physicians have to pay for both installation fees and maintenance fees, so booths are unpopular and increasingly rare. Some companies have attempted to solve this by integrating a UVB bulb into a timer for more convenient in-home treatment. But these products are unpopular because physicians lose control of administration and monitoring, and patients think that these are difficult to use, requiring a treatment time chart and providing only a limited interface. There's a serious market problem then because the next and final step for patients is the use of biologics, including Scalar, Humira, and Enbrel. Biologics lower the entire immune system through an injection, and these injections can have potentially significant side effects, including chronic respiratory infections. These injections tend to cost the patient their out-of-pocket maximum, $2,500 to $4,500 a year, and they cost payers $25,000 to $75,000 per patient. While this might be a good option for the 5 to 10% of patients who have moderate to severe symptoms, this is too much for the 90 to 95% of patients who have mild to moderate severity. So as a patient, what exactly is the best option for me? As a prescribing physician, what is a viable solution? Well, for these reasons, we created Skylit Medical. Skylit revolutionizes UVB therapy by treating patients at home while being monitored remotely by a physician. Skylit can be used as a standalone treatment or in combination with other therapies. Here's how it works. The device is programmed easily by a physician for a prescribed protocol. Physicians can choose from widely accepted default protocols or customize their own. A patient may have the Skylit app downloaded on their phone, and when they open the app, their treatment sequence has been downloaded, and they can see how long treatment will take, along with their treatment schedule for the next week. They can choose what treatment days they prefer and what kind of notifications they would like to receive. We believe notifications and treatment reminders will help drive compliance, and higher compliance may improve outcomes. A patient begins treatment and uses the device on their affected skin for 1 to 3 minutes. This allows for targeted light therapy with uniform light. The device syncs with the app and guides a patient through their treatment. This light therapy uses cutting-edge lighting technology that can deliver UVB through an LED engine. Our lighting engine can fit into a form factor that allows us to treat patients through an easy-to-use handheld device. We know this is a viable market, as Philips has been active in pursuing a device in this space using LEDs. However, it takes Philips 30 minutes to achieve dosage. It takes Skylit 1 to 3 minutes. Once treatment is complete for the day, the app records that treatment took place, can ask feedback questions that determine if the next dose is higher or lower, and can send photos to the physician. And the physician's records are updated. When physicians are able to track this data, we are told that they are able to bundle data review reimbursement codes with office visits that can be programmed into the protocol, so office visits may be able to be billed for additional reimbursement. We believe Skylit is the only treatment in the STEP therapy plan for this large patient segment that can automatically verify treatment is taking place, which is part of the IP portfolio we'll talk about in a minute. So how do patients get a Skylit device? Well, just like current DME practice, a prescription takes place in the office, and the patient can pay for the device using credit card either all up front or via a monthly installment plan. Our price point is based off of willingness to pay studies by a third party and by our own research. We've spoken to United Health, Cigna, Aetna, and Blue Shield, who all confirm that they cover in-home phototherapy products. We also believe that this price point is perfect for cash and carry scenarios. Nonetheless, it's our desire to create a price that leads to immediate revenue recognition rather than relying on the uncertain reimbursement environment. Additionally, through the dermatologist clinics, we plan to sell topical products, including emollients that increase the effectiveness of Uvb therapy and topical vitamin D. This business model was well received in third-party market research. In the independent study that was conducted, 92% of patients said that they would purchase the device even without insurance coverage, and 95% of dermatologists said that they would prescribe the device without any mention of potentially higher reimbursement. We believe that before a major sales strategy is enacted, larger companies may be interested in acquiring Skylit, and we are receptive to an early exit. However, our long-term strategy is to market this device through a sales rollout into dedicated sales regions. Supplementing this, we'll utilize social media, where we currently have as many Facebook fans as our competitor without us even being on the market, and also where there are over 50,000 psoriasis patients on Inspire.com complaining about all the other treatments and products currently available. And beyond national sales, we believe we're a highly scalable company that could find international distribution partners and have a global impact on this set of patients. So where are we now? We have lighting engine prototypes and a demo system showing software and live data and treatment synchronization. We also have patent filings for the lighting engine itself. Again, as there has been interest in LED phototherapy by Philips, who achieved dosage in 10 to 30 times the amount of time we did. In addition to the bold phase-out regulations in the European Union, this intellectual property is a valuable asset for Skylit. Additionally, we have patent filings for remote care and monitoring using a phototherapy device, and our patent attorneys are Wilson Sensini. Our engineer was on the patent advisory board at CareFusion, and we have Jonathan Spangler from Nuvasive as an IP advisor. We've raised $1.4 million in a convertible seed round, including prominent angels like David Hale, David Paya, the former chairman of Allergan, who is now on the board of directors at Philips, and Jerry Prohl, the former CEO of Centaurus, which sold for $3.6 billion. Right now, we're seeking up to $10 million more to commercialize the product. Green Hills Ventures has already committed $3 to $3.5 million to this round. We expect to be on the market in 2016 because predicate devices we've targeted took 1 to 2.5 months to attain FDA clearance. And along with substantial equivalency testing for 310 nanometer light, Skylit might need to use post-marketing trials to use to market to dermatologists. Again, we believe that we'll attract attention from other organizations in this space. However, if we were to roll out to 50 sales regions, even with conservative assumptions, we would be a highly profitable company. And that's our vision, to provide a real and powerful solution for a large market and to grow a successful venture. We hope you'll join us. Thank you very much.